Hi, I'm Eric from Simply Elegant Home Cooking. Today I'm going to show you my recipe for roasted vegetable stock. This delicious stock can be used in pan sauces, soups, stews, and really anywhere you want to add some bold, intense flavors. I'm going to show you some tricks to extract the maximum amount of flavor. This vegetable stock is just as rich and delicious as meat-based stocks, such as chicken stock or beef stock. So stick around and I'm going to show you how to put this together. So today for the roasted vegetable stock, I'm going to be doing a pretty classic recipe. You can always swap this out with different vegetables, but I'm going to start off with the classic trio of celery, carrots, and onions. I've rinsed everything off, thoroughly dried it. Now I just want to give these a rough chop. Okay, and here's what we're left with after giving the vegetables a rough chop. You'll notice I didn't peel the carrots or the onions. There's really no need to, and those peels are actually going to help give a deep color to the stock. Those onion peels do. So we have three sweet vegetables that we've prepped. Now I'm going to add some savory vegetables to the mix as well. And here's what we're going to use to add those savory, hearty flavors to the vegetable stock. I have some shiitake mushrooms, any type of mushroom will do, and 3 tomatoes. So again, I'm just going to give these a rough chop. And that's all it took. Now it's just time to load all these veggies up onto a sheet pan. And here's how our veggies look on the sheet pan. While I did the prep, I've been preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So all we need to do now is add a little bit of oil so we don't scorch the vegetables. And we're going to give them a nice roast in the oven. That's going to really help draw out the flavor. A lot of people don't take this step when they make a stock, and they're making a mistake. It's really going to intensify everything when you roast these and get them nice and caramelized first. And that's all you need to do. Just add a little bit of oil, massage around with your hands to evenly incorporate, and now we're ready to pop this in the oven. And I almost forgot the garlic. I have 4 cloves. You don't even need to peel them. I'm just going to throw those right over top of that sheet pan that I just put in the oven. Okay, and that's how your vegetables should look after you roast them. I let these go in the 350-degree oven for about 70 minutes, usually anywhere between an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. You want to be sure to flip them every 15 to 20 minutes so they don't burn. But really more so than the time, you want to go by look. You want to, you want to let them get a little bit brown and caramelized, but you don't want to let them burn. So you want to take your vegetables in the oven until they look like this. And I've transferred all those roasted veggies into a large stock pot, so at this point you can just add any additional flavors that you like. I usually go with some fresh herbs. Now a lot of people use parsley, which works well, but my favorite is fresh thyme, so I'm going to throw some of that on here. And I also like to add some black pepper. Now you don't want to crack the black pepper in because we want to be able to strain it out, so I'm going to add some whole black peppercorns. And now to our stock pot, we just want to add enough cold water to cover all of our vegetables by an inch or two. So I'm going to keep adding water until we have enough in the pot. Okay, and once you have enough water in your stock pot, we can turn it on to about medium-high heat. So we're going to let that come up to a simmer, and then we're going to turn it down. It's very important not to boil the stock, so you just want to watch this. It's going to take a little while to come up to temperature because we started with the cold water. Just always avoid letting it come up to that rapid boil. And this is optional, but I like to use just a little bit of salt. Okay, and here is the type of gentle simmer that you're looking for. So I turn the heat down to medium-low, and we just want to maintain this gentle simmer. I'm going to let this go for about 2 hours. You want to give it enough time to extract all the flavor out of those vegetables. But cooking a veggie stock, it's actually a little bit quicker than cooking like a chicken or a beef. You can let those go all day, but there's really no need for the vegetable stock. So we're going to let this go uncovered, untouched, and we'll check back in a few hours. Okay, and after a couple hours of that gentle simmer, this is how we're looking. So at this point, my kitchen smells amazing. Tremendous amount of flavor we've developed in this vegetable stock, and we can turn off the heat. Okay, and next we just want to strain out the vegetable stock. So for this, I'm using a really nice fine mesh strainer. You want to either use a strainer like this, or what also works well is cheesecloth that you can pick up at the grocery store. And this is the setup that I like to use for straining. I like to put the strainer over top of a pitcher, but a bowl also works. The one note of caution I would give you though, whatever you use, I don't recommend picking up the stock pot and dumping everything at once. Really easy to make a mess. Ask me how I know. But what you want to do, you want to get it set up and just add it through slowly. And we're just going to continue straining until we've passed everything through. Okay, so here's the finished product, roasted vegetable stock. Once you strain it out, you just want to store it in, I like to use these glass mason jars. You can keep them in the fridge for a couple days or for up to 6 months in the freezer. They keep really well, and you can just take them out and defrost them anytime you need stock to add flavor in your pan sauces, soups, stews, and other dishes. I really hope you enjoyed this dish. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be featuring this roasted vegetable stock in the next video that I do, and probably many more times after that. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Eric from Simply Elegant Home Cooking, and I'll see you again soon.